Okay, so I am officially back from a long vacation and had a really nice time. It was great, and I bought a lot of books. Yeah, I did. It's a dilemma because, I'm on vacation, so I go to the bookstore and I'm like, reward yourself. You're on vacation. This is like the time to buy books. But it's a dilemma because you have suitcases and you have to fit these books back in your suitcase, and your suitcase can't be too overweight. But this is not just a vacation book haul. It is kind of a collective book haul because I got some books before we left that I also want to talk about and share. Starting off first, for my birthday, I got One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. I hear so many people talk about these books and say that they're really good. It is a fantasy romance duology. It's just the two. These covers are beautiful, stunning together. Yeah. Next we have Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. This, everyone was talking about a while ago. It's been a while since I've heard anything about it, but I saw it at the bookstore and I picked it up because I thought earlier when I was hearing a lot about it, I really wanted to read it. I thought it sounded interesting. It says, "This is one hell of a story. It's just not hers to tell. When Athena dies in a freak accident, June steals her unpublished manuscript and publishes it as her own under the ambiguous name Juniper Song. But as evidence threatens June's stolen success, she discovers exactly how far she will go to keep what she thinks she deserves." It sounds very interesting, and a lot of people have said that it is one of their favorite books of all time, so I'm excited to see if it lives up to the hype. Okay. Oh. Yeah, of course I got Iron Flame. I am just a little over halfway done with it, and I'll tell you right now, I am indifferent. So far is not living up to the expectations that I had coming out of Fourth Wing. I heard it gets twisty, so we'll see how this ends up in the end. Hopefully I can get this done soon because it is dragging along. Okay, so now the books that I got on vacation. My sister-in-law, Maddie, shout out Maddie, she brought two books over for me. One is, I think you say Lute? Lute or Lute? Lute, I think, by Jennifer Thorne. This is about on the idyllic island of Lute, every 7th summer, 7 people die. No more, no less. Lute and its inhabitants are blessed year after year with good weather, good health, and good fortune, despite the war that rages all around them. So it's only fair that every 7 years, on the day of the tithe, the island's gift is honored. It sounds really interesting. It's almost like a folky, like horror book, which is really cool. There's another story that I'm thinking of that is kind of the same premise, where one place is really, really nice and the world is really, really great, but it's because someone has to suffer. Oh, what is that? It's a short story. I can't remember what it's called. But it's like this one person is suffering and the rest of the town is doing amazing. And it's kind of like a moral dilemma kind of story. So I'm wondering if this is going to be ish the same. That's Lute. Next I have Hello Beautiful. She also brought this one by Anne Napolitano. This was Oprah's book club pick this year. And I guess that makes sense because I feel like I've seen this book pop up in people's videos, but I've never actually heard anything about it. The cover is gorgeous though. A lot of people say that it is really, really good, so I'm excited. Next are kind of funny ones. Both of these books I had for college, for my literature minor. I have the classic fairy tales, which this is just super cool. I want to read these. I read a classic Snow White fairy tale out of this, and it is horrifying. It's like the original Brothers Grimm fairy tales are actually super scary. I just want to slowly, you know, go through the rest of these and, you know, see what else I can find in here. I also have this one from college. It's the Vintage Book of Contemporary American Poetry. Same thing. I had to read this. I had to read some of these for college, not all of them. But I figure I'll try to get my money's worth from having to buy these books and just kind of slowly go through these because I think that's fun. Most of these books I have tried to look for in Norway here at the bookstores, and I can't find them. I have to order them, which is like not a big deal, but it just takes forever. I think the last time I ordered a book to the apartment here, it took like 3 weeks or even longer or something like that. So all of these books that I have not been able to find at Norwegian bookstores. Red Rising being the first. This is a sci-fi trilogy, it says, but I thought that there was more than that. Maybe there is more. Maybe there's like different trilogies or something. People rave about this book. We'll see how I feel about it. I've heard it compared to Hunger Games, which I like a lot. So we'll see. Next, I have 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. These two writers met and spent a week together and fell in love. And then ever since, they've been secretly writing to each other in the books that they write. I just think that sounds so cute. I'm excited to dive into this one. I really want to read this one. I might go for this one next, actually. It sounds really nice. And then I have A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. This one I've seen people on TikTok talk about mostly. So it says, it's been centuries since the robots of Panga gained self-awareness and laid down their tools. Centuries since they wandered en masse into the wilderness, never to be seen again. Centuries since they faded into myth and urban legend. One day, the life of a tea monk is upended by the arrival of a robot, there to honor the old promise of checking in. The robot has one question: what do people need? It just sounds so interesting, and it's not very long. It's like super short. This book I'm excited about. This one was super popular during like the spooky month, Halloween, October. It's The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, but for some reason I cannot find Riley Sager in the bookstores around here. So when I saw it at Target, I had to pick it up. But yeah, excited for this one. And I kind of want like a spookier read for the cozy winter months. We're up at the cabin and there's snow outside and it's dark and gray. Sounds super nice. This one I know absolutely nothing about. I just thought that the cover was really pretty. I got this at the thrift store. It's When All Is Said by Anne Griffin. It sounds almost sad. It's about this 84-year-old man named Maurice, and he's at a bar and he's pretty much telling the story of his life and the people that he met. And he raises 5 toasts to the 5 people who meant the most to him and just tells their stories together. And I just think that sounds so cute and sweet. Yeah. Lastly, I have Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree. This is the second book after Legends and Lattes. This is Viv, the main character's story kind of before Legends and Lattes happened. My brother was reading this while we were on vacation, and then he gave it to me to read as well, which is super nice of him. Thank you for doing that. To top it all off, I also got a Kindle, and I'm super excited about it. I got a clear case and some book stickers, of course, and this cute little pop socket. I feel like such a book influencer girly. I've already read 1 book on it. I read The Wife Upstairs by Frida McFadden. This is what I've downloaded so far, which is super exciting because a lot of these books I have been wanting to read for a long time. So, forgot to film an outro for this book haul video. I got books. That's exciting. You'll see them being read eventually. It's been fun. Bye-bye.